Hello everyone, and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Monday, January 29th, 2018. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
Streaming live from his cell phone, because fuck his computer.
My computer's pretty hot garbage.
Pretty hot garbage is the name.
Let me explain to you what this computer does. Every time you turn it on, it will prompt you to update it, and then it will update it whether you say yes or no. And then after it restarts your computer, it'll start the updating process, of course. It'll immediately go from 75 to 81% and then freeze on 81%. And it will freeze there for several days, depending on how long it takes for you to finally just turn it off. Once you turn it off, it turns back on and it black screens. And then after you turn that off and turn it back on, then it restores to a previous Windows setting. When it does, it will prompt to update again. So you have to go in and delete the update manager. Once you delete the update manager, it won't prompt you unless you restart your computer, in which case, for some fucking reason, the update manager will find his way back onto my computer and will try and update again.
And Windows, you've talked to Microsoft themselves, and they've remoted in to try and help you, and they couldn't?
Yep. Twice they remoted in to try and help me, and twice did it do the exact same thing.
Did they find any reason why?
Nope.
So, legit question, Nathan, is your Windows pirated?
I don't believe so. Yours gave me a code.
Right. Yep. I remember I did give you a Windows code, and I know for a fact that code is not pirated. So? Good luck.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. So that's fun. Could you try wiping it and putting a new Windows on it, or have you already tried that?
I've done that before, and I'm going to have to inevitably do it again. But I'll just have to update it, or I'll have to install the updated version just initially off the bat.
What if you? So first off, get it working once, get whatever you need off of it, since you know how to make it where you can access the computer. Then, if you reset Windows completely and then just immediately have it update, have you tried that yet? I realize that's a shitload of time with how long Windows takes to do anything.
I have not, because of that exact reason.
That's fair. Well, I wish you luck, sir.
Yeah, I'll need it.
You gonna do any of that tonight, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know if I want to touch it.
Well, you could always just get the reset working, since that takes like 4 hours.
Yeah, that is true. I'll probably just get it reset, and then after that, I don't know.
Since you're just going to go play Monster Hunter on your PlayStation.
Bitch, I might.
Bitch, I might.
Actually, might is a very lackluster word here. Bitch, I will.
Chadwick says the sizing is wrong for the iPhone. What does that mean? Like the sizing of the stream? What iPhone are you using? Are you using an iPhone X? Because, yeah, it probably is wrong. If you're using a regular iPhone, anything before that, it should be just fine. It's just, I don't even, we're streaming in 1080, so I know that is an appropriate resolution size for cell phones. The vast majority of them, anyway.
I have a Samsung, so I can't help you there.
Well, even on Samsungs, 1080 is the standard, resolution for a shitload of stuff, so.
For most things nowadays, it's either 1080 or 720.
For most things.
Anything less, and it's garbage.
What is it? The Switch only initially cranks out at 720. 720? Mm-hmm. That's pretty low.
Yeah, anything lower than 720 is hot garbage.
Anything lower than 720 is hot garbage? Didn't you say anything lower than just now? Say anything lower than 1080 is hot garbage?
No, I said everything is produced in 1080 and 720, and anything lower than 720 is hot garbage.
Got it. Okay. Less confused now. Yeah. I won't disagree with you. 720 is even pushing it a bit. Although I don't feel the necessity to jump up to 4K anytime soon either.
No, don't get me wrong. 720 is still garbage. It's just not hot garbage.
It's just cold garbage?
Yeah, it's cold garbage.
And it's not full of old lasagna juice?
No, it's not. It's not smelly garbage. It's garbage that you're willing to put up with.
Yeah, one that you'll that can wait until I have to take it out.
Yeah, just, it's like the public.
Ow, jeez. Wow. Public meet bus. I guess they already do that every now and again.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Jennifer says Nathan needs a smoking jacket and a pipe to go with that sweater. Maybe some Earl Grey tea and scones.
Oh, man, scones are so delicious, and I can rarely eat them. It's fucked up.
I didn't say I bet they all have palm in them, huh?
Most of them, if not all. Actually, not all of them. I've definitely had scones that were palmless.
And Vivi is wincing at the idea of lasagna juice.
Palms are sweaty.
You all know what I'm talking about. Gross trash bags that have a bunch of slosh in the bottom of you don't know what anymore.
Yeah, my father was a garbage man. No. And there was definitely a day that my father came home covered in garbage juice, and my mom legitimately burned his clothes.
I legitimately thought you were just going with throwing your father off a cliff, essentially.
Oh, no.
Describing a bag of garbage full of nasty, stuff at the bottom. You're like, yeah, my father.
No, don't get me wrong. He's kind of a smelly man, but not garbage.
Oh, Jesus. All right, shall we talk about some news now, sir?
Sure.
5.
The NSA literally deleted trust and honesty from its core values. This was submitted by Aussie Whiskey Diver to our technology.
Nowadays, that doesn't surprise me.
Well, it was on there, and then they replaced it with commitment to service.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't care if it's good or honest, as long as it gets the job done.
So
that's essentially what they're saying. Commitment to service.
Commitment to service. So before, one of those core values, honesty. We recognize the national leaders and the American people at large have placed great trust in us, and we strive at all times to be deserving of that trust. We will be truthful with each other and honor the public's need for openness balanced against national security interests. And that has changed to commitment to service. Knowing that the country, our friends, and allies are relying on us, we are dedicated to fulfilling our commitment to serve and to the excellence and the pursuit of our critical mission.
Yeah, but serving well, or are you serving but still doing pretty bad things? It's kind of like, I feel like I would rather have honesty there.
Well, I mean,
at least you're vocal about your badness.
Well, see, the other thing is they, Congress recently pushed it through to where the NSA can do everything that they were doing before the entire Snowden whistleblowing situation that happened in 2014. They can just do that with us knowing about it now.
So they can just continue their services, so really.
They don't even have to be honest about it, because they're like, well, you already know we do it. Congress said we could. So,
and we have a really fucked up system that needs some fixing.
That is true on almost every level.
Mm-hmm.
Just all of them, top to bottom.
God, we're not even number one place to live in the world anymore.
Nope. Oxygen levels in oceans are dropping dangerously. This was submitted by WAPO F5 O'Clock to our World News.
Wow. Oxygen levels in oceans.
So
I thought oceans were filled with water.
God damn it, Nathan.
What is dihydrogen monoxide?
Well, apparently there are huge regions of the ocean that are just dead zones. And dead zones by the fact that nothing goes there because there's not even enough oxygen for fish.
Now it's just dihydrogen.
Maybe.
Literally just dihydrogen.
Just die. Now, the problem comes in, though, is that if there's not enough oxygen in the ocean, then there's not enough oxygen for animals to breathe, and that means that there's going to be a result in that there's not enough oxygen for us to breathe, and we're all going to die.
Oh, finally.
Nathan, yes, good. End it all.
I've been waiting for this.
My dream, it's coming true.
I always knew I was going to asphyxiate. I didn't imagine it would just be because of the oceans. I thought it would be because of a belt in my closet.
Damn, Nathan. Fucking damn.
Pants around my ankles. David Carradine style.
Why?
Do you know how David Carradine died?
No.
They found him in his closet strung up, hung himself because he was doing autoerotic asphyxiation. For those of you who don't know that, he was masturbating while losing air.
So, do you plan to do something similar?
That was what I was implying with the joke, yeah.
Okay, well, see, part of it could have also been like, I just want to look fucking stupid when they find me, so I'm going to drop my pants, slosh, jelly on my chest, and then out.
No, if I was really thinking about ways to fuck with people while committing suicide, it would be the razor wire glue to your head thing.
So, the thing is, though, on these dead zones, we've known that they've existed because the ocean is so huge and there's just simply not enough things in the ocean that produce oxygen.
Wasn't that the name of a Dragon Ball Z movie, Dead Zone?
Maybe? I want
to say it was.
Yes, it was. The problem is that the concern is generated by the dead zones getting larger.
I don't know. I thought the movie was all right.
No, Nathan.
Dead Zones, right.
Yeah, although, so it does make me think, like, because as much as I dislike how they operate, I do appreciate the product that Team 4-Star puts out in the form of their Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Hellsing Abridged series.
I just wish they would actually pay attention and do more of their actual abridged crap instead of their side shit.
Yeah, especially now that they're getting paid like $12,000 a month. Anyway, but in the Dead Zone movie Abridged, a few people friggin' ambush Piccolo and blow him through the air. And as he's flying through the air, he looks around and he goes, "Oh, you better just kill me." And so they do. He was all irritated that they jumped him and punched him through the air. "You better just kill me." "Oh, okay."
Sure.
We will oblige, sir.
That's awesome. That's some comedic gold right there.
It is. Because they do strike gold sometimes. Chadwick says, most of the ocean hasn't been mapped or explored. How exactly do they know? Well, as I have said before, unfortunately, I'm not able to do super in-depth research on everything, as I just legitimately grab and read articles and then hope that I get enough information from them with the time I am allotted, because I have to go to work and manage life, because this is not my job yet.
That sounds like a cop-out.
Yeah, cop-out, whatever. I'll take it, Nathan. In any case, yes, we have not explored the bottom of the ocean, but I mean, the ocean's a vast place. Maybe there are huge pockets of oxygen that are trapped deep under the ocean somewhere. It's quite possible, especially with like things, not decomposing and stuff like that. It lets off a lot of chemicals and gases, so there's potential. So I'm assuming they've just been checking relatively surface areas, but it's still a reason for concern. I mean, but unfortunately, a lot of this, one, because we have known about it, and two, because of the damage done to the Great Barrier Reef, this has been largely overlooked. But honestly, at this point in time, with everything that's happening in the ocean, we should still at least give it some level of attention, because
especially since the ocean is so vast and is actually needed for the entire planet.
Yeah, we don't want it to possibly get so large that it then becomes a problem if it's something that we could have addressed today.
Right. We've already got plenty of those.
Yep, all of them.
3.
Kerry jokes he wants to see Trump's Girth certificate.
Is that John Kerry?
Yeah, that is John Kerry, former Secretary of State. This was submitted by A-Rain to Our Politics.
All right. I'm waiting for Trump to respond with a dick joke.
Probably, but in this case, it was a reference to the president's weight. He made during a speech at the Alpha Club dinner in Washington, D.C. And recently it came out that Trump, after seeing a physician, weighed 239 pounds. This puts him 1 pound below what would have him marked as obese. And so, Kerry, and one of the things that Donald Trump himself called for during Obama's presidency is he wanted a long-form birth certificate, because he was around the whole birther thing, and that Obama was from Kenya, and I don't believe he's from Hawaii and all that shit. Well, in throwing all of that back at the president, John Kerry decided to make a joke that he wants to see a long-form Girth certificate to prove that the president is that thin, because he does not believe that the president only weighs 239 pounds.
Oh, man, I remember when Obama was president, I made this really good birther joke.
I'm listening. Do you still remember it?
There was talks that Obama was going to be put onto a coin.
Okay.
And when I was told, I was like, yo, they can't even do that. They don't even have his mint certificate.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I loved it. It was pretty good. I made a dude fall out of a window because of it.
What?
He was climbing in the window, and I said it, and he fell out the window.
Okay. I'll accept
that.
It
was perfect timing.
To some extent, I'll accept that.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, I'm pretty sure the internet just upvoted this because they thought it was funny, but goddamn, people, can we pay attention to something that matters?
I don't know. It's pretty fucking hilarious.
Oh.
Maybe laughter matters.
Maybe at the same time. There's so many other things to be focused on. Also, thank you, Vivi. I have updated the date. It is not January 26th. It is January 29th.
Is it?
Yes. I set the date at the beginning of the show, Nathan.
January is almost over, and I hate February the most.
Why?
Because I have to pay full price for rent, and it's still days early.
Oh. You still get you get paid the same amount in that time, though.
Yeah, I know, that's all well and nice, but like it's still a fucking ripoff. Make all months equal number of days.
Yeah, I really like that one suggestion that was shared around Facebook and then just, died because it was basically a meme of have 13 months that are all 28 days long and with one extra day that is New Year's.
Yeah, and that makes a ton of sense, and it's a lot better.
February 1st would always be on the same day.
Everybody who gets paid because they own a building would be so fucking happy. They get another fucking rent check a year.
Sure.
Same number of days, they get another fucking rent check. So I don't see what their problem is.
Yeah, it would be an interesting change to try and make, but at the same time, I like it a lot because of how simple it'd make everything, but also here in America, we're still using the imperial system, so fuck things that make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. We're pretty fucking backwards.
It's too difficult to divide by 10.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You really just drop as... Okay.
Too difficult. I prefer to measure distances in variables of 5,128.
More power to you.
Thanks. Give me my gun and my flag.
You know what else doesn't make sense, but I feel like should?
What's that?
I feel like a gigabyte should actually be 1,000 megabytes.
Well, I understand why, but it's based off of the 256-bit system that computers operate on.
Yeah. It's just disappointing,
No, yeah, I understand. 1,024 is so damn close to 1,000, but it's actually because of how computers process things.
Stupid, shitty computers.
God
Make
damn
everything even.
Why does everything have to be variables of 8? Stupid. You were 2 numbers away from 10.
Now we're going to be like it fucking Jim Kerry in number 23.
I've not seen that movie.
We're going to be seeing all these numbers everywhere, and it's all going to equal to 8.
And none of them will make sense.
2.
Actually, I thought I had that for a while in high school, except it was the number 3.
Well, there's lots of things that function off of the number 3.
That's because 3 is the strongest number.
The strongest number?
Yeah, triangles are stronger than squares.
Okay.
When you build a house, do you put up squares? No, you put up a bunch of triangles in the shape of squares, but they're definitely triangles. Because triangles distribute weight better than squares do.
You're not wrong. I'm just perplexed by where... anyway, Florida is...
There's 3 sides, Michael.
I know, Nathan.
Triangles are the strongest. So, therefore, 3 is the strongest number. Transitive property. Didn't you learn that in algebra?
That You're the worst goddamn troll on the planet. Oh my god. Why do you do this to me?
It's a lot of fun.
Alright, let's try this again.
2.
Florida is the worst state in the nation in every way, says a new ranking.
Man. Do they beat us in, sexual assault crimes and everything?
Well, it depends on what you're looking at, who did the research, what they base things on, because due to somebody else's research, a different report, Anchorage, Alaska is the least safe state in the nation. But overall, Florida is the worst.
Wow. So Florida just sucks. I'm surprised it's not Alabama, honestly. But apparently just Florida sucks, and we are like bandits.
Well,
man, I want to be the wet bandits.
Well, and also in this case, they said that the listing was based on everything, like a state's contribution to America, inventions, food and drink, famous people, physical beauty, a bunch of other random things that I'm not like that you could be easily super biased on. But in any case, at the bottom of the list at number 50 is Florida, and number 1 is Michigan.
Yo, Michigan must be awesome then.
Yeah,
the best state to live in.
And as I was about to say, and as Jennifer echoed behind me, that's also where Detroit is located.
Yo,
yeah,
Detroit Rock
again
City,
from behind
though.
me.
Detroit's the jam.
Flint is in Michigan.
Detroit.
What about Flint, Nathan?
Yeah, Flint's awesome. Flint is a great place where you should be able to drink the water whenever you want.
That's what it should be. That doesn't mean that's what it is.
Yeah, stop drinking the punch, man.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. God.
Drink the water instead.
Yes.
But don't you like fire water? I like whiskey. It's just whiskey on tap.
That's not how that works, Nathan.
Grossly out of proportion.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. What the frack?
I'm prepared to be shot, says one protester at Russia's youth, as Russia's youth takes the lead in countrywide protests against Putin.
Yo, same. Oh, yeah. This was submitted by who?
In Thwart to Our World News.
Neat. It's really disappointing that these people feel the need to be ready to die, but
Well, the Russian presidential election, which happens every 6 years, is occurring this year, 2018, on March 18th, and they are.
It's good to hear Vladimir Putin already won.
Well, I mean, that's what's expected to happen, because that's what's happened for the last 20 years.
20 years, okay.
Yeah, he has been president of Russia for 20 years, Nathan.
Oh, man, I didn't realize it was already that long.
Yep. Well, I don't know if it's a full 20. It might be like 18, but either way, it's been a bit.
Yeah, no one should be president for that long as our
and
it only like what 8 years.
The other part of it is it's very difficult to have a proper democracy with a vote when anytime someone tries to run against you, you put them in jail.
Yo. It's not hard. You just have to vote with Vladimir Putin.
Right. That keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, because
alive.
There was expected to be an opponent, Alexei Navalny, and
Alexei
Navalny, who was told that he couldn't run because he had recently been in prison for opposing the current government.
I got him on loopholes.
Yeah, right? No kidding. Like, oh, you're running against we're going to have to arrest you for a couple days for political unrest. By the way, you can't run for office because you're arrested now for political unrest. What the fuck? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds some fucking bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
He was there at the protest for all of like 5 minutes before being arrested.
They already knew he was coming.
Yep. Although he immediately showed up no more than an hour later on social media. They'd already released him to his home. He just wasn't allowed to be at the protest.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah. So
I hope Navalny wins just to show Putin who's boss.
Well, I mean, the last election, Putin won with like a 98% yes vote. So.
Yeah, but what percent was it really?
Oh.
Yo, did you hear that Russia's already claiming the U.S. is tampering with the election?
That's great. Apparently, it was like Norway or something that came out was like, hey, we have hard evidence that shows that Russia messed with the United States election.
Who? Norway?
Yeah, I think it was Norway.
That's awesome. I love those Scandinavian
And they're
countries.
Like, you want to trade? You want some info? We like some info.
Yo, but they're awfully close to Russia. I feel bad for like anybody who has to border Russia.
Yeah.
Especially like former Russian states.
Well,
like Georgia and Belarus.
We'll see what happens. It'll most likely be that we have 6 more years of Putin.
Oh, man!
I know!
Oh, dude!
Whoa.
I love 6 years of Putin. It's just like the last 20 years of Putin.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of
Make Russia great again.
He's gotten
you gotta make it a Soviet state.
He's gotten a little bit more direct and aggressive in the last, 3 years.
That's because he's getting old. He stopped caring as much. He's been in there for fucking 20 years. He doesn't give a shit. He only cares about keeping his position.
Listener submission. Border wall models thwart U.S. commandos in tests. Give you one guess, Nathan.
Chadwick?
Yeah. Submitted by Chadwick via email.
Man, our commandos must suck.
So, while there is not currently funding for the border wall that Trump would like to place at the southern border, there are already companies that are building, what is the word that they use? Basically test models for the wall. There are currently 8 different test models. They're swatches as I get from behind me. And United States commandos were attempting to get by these walls. Obviously, they could just walk around them, but in this case, they're trying to get over them, get through them, whatever they can do. And they're all 30 feet tall, first off. They're insanely tall, which surprised the crap out of a good majority of them. And they have all proven in their own way to be pretty darn effective. They found the most effective one to be one that is made out of steel beams with a concrete tube on the top, because then it makes it the most difficult to hook anything onto.
I don't know, man. Given enough time, people will find a way.
They did also come out and say that no single one would be the best one. Like, there are ones that are better for different areas, but like the one with the tube on top wouldn't work in mountainous terrain because of how jagged it is.
How jagged the terrain is, or how jagged the tube is?
The terrain, which would then give them a spot to be able to hook onto where there's like a divot in the wall.
Right. So what you're saying is they would essentially need like 3 or 4 different wall styles throughout the entire length of it.
Right. They also didn't factor attempting to go underneath the wall or the vast majority of ways that immigrants get into the United States, which is an airplane.
Oh, neat. So they didn't test the most important ways that people get into the country.
Well, no. They just tried to climb over it.
Okay. Have they heard of a ladder?
You need a 30-foot ladder and then a way to get down the other side.
You climb up to the top, you pull your 30-foot ladder up to the top, you drop it down to the other side, you climb down.
Or you throw a rope over it.
Yeah, that too. That also works.
Actually, that would probably work pretty damn well with the one that has any of the ones that have beams on them. If you were able to get a rope over it, and then you could tie it onto the beam because you'd be able to reach through and grab it.
Yeah, as long as that beam doesn't get pulled up, in which case you have a bigger problem.
That's an issue as well. So, either way, they're testing models, and the government is still arguing about funding. So we'll see if the government gets shut down in a week.
Here's hoping, I guess.
By the way, did I get it right on what you cared about? Was it close?
No.
No? Not at all?
No, it's pretty good. Don't get me wrong. There's another thing that I have to talk about that's tied to it.
Okay, well.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
We'll start with the one I dropped in there, which is Sony's Venom has wrapped filming.
So Sony's Venom is wrapped filming, which is very exciting because it's Venom, right? Recently in comic books, a certain villain for Spider-Man has come back.
I'm listening.
He is the Green Goblin. He's Norman Osborn.
Okay.
Well, Norman Osborn had also paid a bunch of mercenaries to go and get Carnage off of Butch. So now, instead of the Green Goblin, it is the Red Goblin, and it is Norman Osborn, crazy from the Green Goblin serum, with Carnage on.
Sounds shitty.
It is one of the most scariest, terrifying things I've ever witnessed in a Spider-Man comic. The thing that I really cared about, though, was this last weekend Monster Hunter came out, and I've been playing the shit out of Monster Hunter.
I have a PlayStation 4 to play it on, but I am also very well aware that I should just not buy anything on PlayStation 4 because it's going to come to PC and I'll just play it on my computer.
Yeah, well, my computer's a piece of trash.
Yeah, I know. Hey, everybody, if you want to help Nathan's computer not be a piece of trash, patreon.com/dailyinternet. And not just so he can play games on it, mostly so that he can do the show without all these goddamn problems.
But really for games.
Because I keep on having this problem of things that get released first on PlayStation 4 with no confirmation of a coming PC edition. And then a year later, they're like, it's coming to PC now. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to buy that again. Son of a bitch.
I wanted Monster Hunter on the PlayStation because we haven't had a Monster Hunter game on the PlayStation since PlayStation 1.
Yeah, we haven't had a Monster Hunter on something that wasn't the Nintendo DS for, 10 years.
That's not true.
Waiting.
Monster Hunter Tri was on the Nintendo Wii, as well as a lot of Monster Hunters being on not the DS, but the PSP.
Okay. So, again, old and not great mobile systems for a game such as Monster Hunter.
I don't know. It handled Monster Hunter pretty well. I was actually kind of surprised at how decent the port to a PSP was. That being said, I wouldn't recommend playing that one over others. I would still recommend you playing Monster Hunter on the 3DS than on the PSP, just because it's got more support. It's better.
Nope. Now you should just play it on PlayStation.
And you get the Bug Glaive, and the Bug Glaive is probably one of my favorite weapons of all time.
Or you could just now get the new one on PlayStation. Is it on Xbox?
Mm-hmm. I think it's also on Xbox. I'm playing it on PlayStation. If anyone wants to play with me, just message me on Facebook. I've been known to use either a heavy bowgun or a hunter's horn. So
well, and it'll be coming to PC this fall. Currently in October is the planned date.
Yeah,
boy. Well, anyway,
big boy.
Thing I cared about in the last 24 hours, which was actually in the last 48 hours, because we've been gone for 72 hours, and that was 48 hours ago-ish. I was announcing a game of roller derby. And it was fantastic, and I had a great time. We had a very long little break from the holidays, and it was really weird. Now we're finally back into the thick of things, and I'm excited. We had a game on Saturday. We have a game this Saturday, then 1 week break, and then 3 Saturdays in a row. Game.
Nice.
Hey, Nathan, you want to come announce with me?
No, that's public. I don't do
That's in public. No.
I'll have to eventually get over it if I plan on doing conventions and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, public's scary.
You know what? We can just knock it all out at once. Just trial by fire and overwhelm you to the point that you go numb. I'll just take you with me to RollerCon this year. I got a yes from behind me.
Well, yeah, but I don't have money, so it's all on you guys.
You want to go?
I mean, sure, I don't mind.
Sick.
What, Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas. For at least a week.
I need to visit my sister down there.
Yeah, you can visit your sister. All right. Well, we'll work out details another time.
That'd be the main reason I'm going to visit my sisters.
Sisters?
I have 2.
Are they both in Vegas?
One's in Vegas, one's in, I think, Reno still.
Yeah. Is Reno very far away?
See, Vegas is at the southern tip of Nevada, and Reno is in the middle of Nevada, but on the left-hand side of it. It's on that divot where... so you know how Reno or Nevada has that kind of straight down and then awkward angle because of the way California is on it?
Yeah.
So Reno's right at that corner there.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Meanwhile, Vegas is at the southern tip.
Your mom says, do it!
Oh, neat.
Neat.
Well, my mom would want me to bring her, too.
Hey, I'll ask you that question after the show.
Sure.
It's not a question you should answer live on anything, actually, anywhere at any point in time. At least not where people are listening besides... yeah, you get it. Whatever the hell. Let's get out of here. What do you say?
Yeah, I want to go play Monster Hunter.
And potentially try to reset your computer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you should do that. That's important.
Yeah, why can't I just do the stream from my PlayStation?
Because, like, they don't want you to have that level of freedom yet.
Some bullshit.
I have no idea what your mom's saying, but she said Fernley.
Oh, that's where Katie must live.
Oh, okay.
Fernley, which is really close to Reno.
Okay, got it. All right.
It's where my grandparents live.
Anyway.
Or my grandpa, rather.
So, everybody, if you would like to help us continue to update our equipment, as we have slowly been doing, Nathan has a new microphone as the
Sparks.
The powerhouse machine that runs all of this shit. We updated my computer about 6 months ago. We're going to continue to try and update our equipment as we can afford it, but equipment's expensive. If you would like to help with that, though, we'd be greatly appreciated. Patreon.com/dailyinternet. Otherwise, follow and share us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those at iReaditCast. Catch the videos of the show on YouTube and Facebook. You can download the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. Probably anywhere else you look for podcasts. If you find one where it isn't, let us know, and we'll make sure it gets there. Otherwise, you can follow me on social media at Schwahn Michael and Nathan at Bimmenstein. And that's it. That is your 421st dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody,
don't get eliminated!
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.